All right.
Well,
So,
hey guys, welcome to
hello.
more
Welcome.
Intramural League of Legends. I'm one of your casters, Nicholas Hernandez, in-game Thundoro.
And I'm your other caster, Josiah, in-game J. Seymour. You can't see this right now, but the teams have started pick'ems. They're doing it on Pro Draft. As of now, the bans so far have been Zaya, Oriana, Hecarim for TSM, and Fiddlesticks, Kane, and Bard for Big Eel Phoenix. TSM has selected Seraphine and Aphelios, um, and Urgot, and BEP has selected Urgot and Scion. Interesting. I'm wondering if it's a Scion support or an Urgot jungle. Probably the Scion support, though.
Yeah,
Any
Urgot
thoughts?
to be mostly for like the
Hold
top lane.
on.
Could
We
be.
are having some issues, though.
Oop.
There's as of now, Seraphine is supposed to be banned in this for this game.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting. Yeah, the countdown timer is also stopped, so I'm wondering if the teams are redoing this.
yeah. Supposedly no champs can be added according to the rules, so I think they're gonna have to redraft without Seraphine. Although the Seraphine Aphelios bot lane, I've played against it a couple times, and it is uh, deadly to say the least. Um, but yeah, I'm again stunned by the Urgot pick. That is, we haven't seen that yet out of anybody. Their top laner, they've subbed him in for this match, and so interesting to see him go on Urgot.
Okay, I think we're just waiting on the two teams right now. Like we said, pick and ban draft has been frozen at the 0 timer. Um, Still waiting on
Let me.
the team. So yeah, considering everything goes well, was it redrafting everything except the Seraphine? I think the Urgot Scion is potentially one of the strong points for the draft, at least thus far, in the fact that it can flex Scion jungle top support, Urgot as was it a top jungle and potentially a mid counter pick simply because he is a strong solo lane presence.
Yeah. Again, sorry, I've watching the teams chat. They're currently debating whether or not I've just had to clarify the rules for them. But yeah, interesting for the Hecarim ban as well. I'm not sure what they're thinking about that, especially. I feel like the Hecarim would be a better ban for Big Evil Phoenix, knowing how their bot lane sometimes tends to push up. But hmm. Again, we're just waiting for rules right now. Yeah, I think the teams are right now working on redrafting. Sorry about this, guys, with the delay. And ooh, yeah, kick him. So I'm looking at Who Is Yi, which is the sub in top laner for TSM, and on his op.gg right now, he's a Yi one trick, which is, I mean, disgusting. But but he's honestly seems a very impressive player. Gold one. He's hasn't been tested in the very competitive nature of Swarthmore League of Legends, and I'm assuring you, it's very very competitive. But he is a Gangplank, Twitch, Lucian, Vayne top player and has
Interesting.
some Jax games. I'd shudder to see a Vayne in the top lane this game. That would
Yes,
Nicholas.
this player is very obviously accustomed to the carry style top lane, able to abuse
Mhm.
was it the poor matchups that most top laners have into range top laners.
Yep. Which is why the Urgot pick makes sense because he's known to abuse top laners who are
Yes,
ranged.
very hard. Just a clarification for our viewers out there: the problem we just ran into is that Seraphine was picked in as the first pick for TSM. However, we're operating by World's Patch rules, which states that a champion that does not come out more than 3 days, was it before the round robin begins, cannot be used in the tournament. And as
Mhm.
our tournament started before Seraphine was released, she is not a valid champ to be selecting for this tournament.
Unfortunately, that was not fully made clear, although in the rules it is actually stated. Um, I would love. Again, this he doesn't. Their top laner again. I'm interested as he's brand new. No one's had experience with him yet. He's he also has been warming up his Amumu top,
Interesting.
which I'm not. It's a full AP Amumu top. Any ideas about that, Nicholas?
Um, I
That
mean,
seems
he
to be.
plays.
I don't think he's going to bring that today, but
I think
that.
it's still one thing you have to consider. It's the threat of the pick, not the pick itself. Similar
Yeah,
to
that's
having
fair.
casting games on your top laner to threaten the cast pick, see if you can draw away a ban that way.
hmm I'm actually interested that Big Blue Phoenix would be so willing to to bring their top lane pick so early in the draft, as it's so counterpickable. Despite this guy having a tendency to play, or who is he to have a tendency to play range top laners, he has the Jax, um, as well as the Gangplank, which I think could prove deadly to an Urgot. He also um, has the Jarvan top, which is interesting.
Yes, the Jarvan top does add a little bit more in the way of ganks. You roam as Jarvan. You can set up your mid
Mhm,
laner. You have good gank support when your jungler does come up because you can do the flag and drag
mhm,
as if you were the one ganking.
mhm.
Um,
He also has a lot of Urgot, not Urgot, sorry, Udyr. Any thoughts on bringing the Udyr top lane against Urgot?
I wouldn't. I would suggest against it, just because by nature of Urgot being able to kite you backwards, queuing
Mhm,
behind him to slow you down. If you take the engage, he can match the engage with the his own shield,
mhm.
Urgot shield versus the Udyr shield, and then top it off with the shotgun legs, which are on relatively low cooldown.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm receiving. No, okay. Yeah. So I think for Sam in the bot lane, I think Sam will with on Zaya, who's Blade Singularity. I think she'll get her picks through. They'll ban the Zaya, but I think they'll allow for Kaisa and for uh, uh, God forbid Samira. But I think she'll get her picks through, at least for those two. What do you think? Do you think they'll try and go for the more pick comp or the team fighting comp around Serafina?
Uh, I think personally, I would like to see a more team fight oriented comp, simply
Oh,
by virtue of
they've
the
entered.
fact that yep, they're in.
Mhm. They've
Simply by
entered.
virtue of the fact that Blade Singularity is very good on like the carry style, got to get into the middle of the team fights. Was it? She's known for her
hmm
Zaya. She's known for her
Yeah.
Kaisa, her Samira. Both are like, or
hmm
all three are really team fight focused champions, and they thrive
Yeah.
in the middle of the combat.
Although Kaisa is more of a late game hyper carry, and Samira peaks around the mid game. So I'm
Mm.
interested to see what they're going to try and go for here.
Well, it
Um,
depends. If you can feed the Kaisa enough kills and funnel gold to her, you can expedite the
mhm.
process at which she scales, and they might be hoping to play into that, get bot ahead, and snowball from there.
That's true, but I'm looking at their bot lanes. Biotic Potato will be their ADC, and DX 181. Sorry, DX 181 will be their ADC. Uh, is
Who?
actually
It's a Jin
no.
picked up for the side of what was it?
hmm
TSM.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's that's a very strong ADC. Good team fighting. His ult is great for
We have
picking you
Zoe and
off and
Ari in the
finishing
mid
the
lane.
job.
Braum is being matched by the Nautilus spot. So TSM
Mhm.
has Jin. Oh, there's the Ashe for Blade Singularity. Has been a common pick
That
in matches thus
Yeah,
far.
that's her go-to pick. She's wonderful on CSing with it, and can team fight exceptionally well. The Zoe's a little surprising that the Akali is up. I know the Oriana was taken away, but I generally prefers to go to the Akali after this.
Mm.
I'm kind of shocked he went for the Zoe.
I feel like in this case they're probably drafting around a pick comp because now you have Zoe
Yeah.
and Ashe and Braum to kite back against the enemy line.
hmm The Ari
Oh,
mid lane against the
you on the
Zoe.
top lane.
Oh, okay. So they'll go pick and then they'll have the Camille split push.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Interesting. I
Matched
like
by
that.
New Jungle and the top lane for TSM. We will see shortly.
hmm So they'll have a lot of early game pressure with the Nunu. Well, clearly no jungler can
Oh,
match.
that's a
Oh,
Malphite top.
Malphite. So they have a great team fight, and TSM has a better pick split push comp.
Yep. I think at this point it's just going to come down to execution. Because the team fight, obviously, if you catch a pick comp out, you're supposed to win that. But the pick comp, if they
Yeah,
can poke you down before, they can probably get one or two members.
yeah, but I think the Braum actually provides some defense against that initial burst if he can use his shield to effectively block out the engage from the Nautilus and the Malphite and provide some peel.
Yep.
Apart from that, if Big Evil Phoenix's team is caught out, at all in a team fight. I think they'll ultimately just get destroyed. Especially, let's see what the Ari is running. I think she might run Glacial Augment for the team fighting as well.
Yes, definitely. I think it also hinges a lot on the top lane. Like if this Malphite goes either full
Mhm.
armor Malphite, full tank, or a hybrid tank AP, or straight up hybrid or straight up AP one shot your carry kind of build. And I
Which
think
do you
that's
want
kind
to
of
see today?
I'm sorry.
Which do you want to see today?
I would honestly think that the AP would be better because in a team fight, as you mentioned, Braum is going to be doing a lot to keep the other characters alive. So if Malphite can just ult over the Braum and pop the Ashe, the Zoe, maybe the Camille if the Camille is low enough
Mhm.
before any fighting back occurs, then they can probably swing the fight in their favor by taking that carry out initially.
Yeah, but if Big Ol' Phoenix is playing this right, they'll be down probably a 4 or 5 before they even have to team fight around objectives.
Mm,
Um, their entire strategy probably is going to hinge around picking 1 or 2 members before the fight even happens, and then crushing with numbers advantage. Or if that sacrificing the objective, trying to steal, and having the Camille Gragas split lane and gain other advantages around the map.
yes, I'm actually very interested to
Regardless,
see that. We all know Camille can really easily pressure other lanes. And the fact that
mhm.
she has the grappling shot to hook onto walls and potentially jump over certain walls allows her to move around a lot faster on the map than most other top laners without the use of
Mhm.
teleport.
Yeah, actually, I was interestingly watching a video on YouTube about Camille 2 days ago, and it was the strategy of level 3 Camille leaving top lane, shoving, leaving top lane, and ganking mid with your jungle. I'm not sure if they're going to pull that out, but it would do well to get the Ahri ahead above the Zoe, especially
Yeah.
because if Ahri's going to sacrifice her damage for utility, it's nice to have that a little extra padding.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be something to watch out for if the other players have seen the same video. Of course, if we are accounting for they've all seen the video, then we might see a move towards mid lane to protect the Zoe just in case, or not
Mhm.
the Zoe, to protect the Ari in case of the Camille coming through to try and gank and put her behind.
Yeah, I want to see the Nunu very active on the map early on. Clearly,
Definitely.
that's the design. I think running it up and down the rivers is obviously the way to go. What do you think the pathing for Gragas will be? Clearly, he can't match the Nunu early on,
I'm
but
interested. I feel like Gragas should be, depending on which side they're starting, I feel like Gragas should be ganking top because Malphite is one of the few mobile champs in this game, at least early on. You get him to blow the Q, and then he no longer has the speed up, no dashes, so it's almost guaranteed a flash blown if they can line up everything correctly.
hmm yeah, no, you're right there. I wonder if the Nunu will be in the area to try and counter that, or they are going to give that up early and try and see if they can take advantage in the bot lane. Because again, as we said, historically, Blade has had a tendency to push up a little bit too much, which
Mm.
has left her vulnerable to some ganks, and Nunu is fully prepared to take advantage of that.
Yes. I think in
Um,
this case, it's hinging on the fact that their bot lane has to play a little bit safe side. I would say that
mhm.
they are the at least early the slightly weaker side because without that ultimate on
Yep.
Ashe, Jin flat out out damages her due to Jin scaling at
Uh,
the fourth.
level 1, it's interesting. Ashe actually can match the Jin damage, but level 2 it goes away.
Yeah, in
I'm
the early levels, pre six, it goes in the favor of Jin not.
mhm.
Post six,
I'm
it
looking. I think mid will be relatively safe from ganks just because of Ari Charm and Zoe Bubble. If one can bait it out, perhaps then something can happen. But apart from that, both have no really real incentive to throw out their abilities.
Mm,
Um, Interesting running cleanse on the Jin. Probably
yes.
for the Braum and the Ash slows. Uh,
Definitely for the
Makes sense
stuns, the
there.
slows, even I believe like the Camille dashing in on top of him or the Zoe throwing her bubble. I'd actually would be interesting to see just how much he's going to rely on the cleanse and if this is going to be like a cleanse QSS game, just given the prevalence of CC on the other team.
hmm Especially
Interesting
because
though, Ash didn't take cleanse, even though there's a lot of cleansable CC on was it the side of TSM.
I think she's relying on her Braum for the peel.
Hmm.
And having played against Rokatox, he does a good job at preventing skill shots from landing on the ADC. So I think they have high faith in their support to be able to peel with the Braum. Um, Interesting that the Bard was banned out. Otherwise, Rokatox is an outstanding Bard player as well.
Yes, most
Um,
definitely. Okay, we are loading into game right now.
mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Um, see on the starts. Interesting. Okay, Zoe starting Corrupting Pot makes sense. But Ari going Doran's into health potions. Is that a standard Ari start? Sometimes we'll see Aris go to Corrupting Pots or Corrupting Pot just to deal with the poke of someone like a Zoe.
I think in this case, you can honestly start either way because Corrupting Pot does give you the mana regen, does give you a little more health regen than the double pot would.
Mhm.
I believe the
Okay.
numbers are, was it, 300
Oh, they're
health.
going for
Oh,
invade right
about to
now.
invade on the blue side.
Okay. The Zoe and the Camille are in no position. Oh, Camille's coming over. They see it. They see it.
TSM is invading. They've got a
They
ward out of the
they
Gragas. It doesn't look like they're going to get anything else, and they're going to back
yeah,
off.
they've established vision. So they'll know Gragas's early pathing, but apart from that, nothing much gained. It looks like Nunu is going to start red, leashless as well, which is actually interesting. I generally see a Nunu get a leash. The Gragas will get a leash start, so he'll have a
Looks like he might
healthier
be actually getting a
clear.
leash. It depends on with the Nautilus. It might be the case that Jin's going to go to lane to get any farm and not miss out on EXP. While
No,
nope.
oh, he's joining. Okay.
Okay, so it's a leash for both bot lanes. Was it they're starting on opposite buffs? Gragas starting on blue, Nunu starting on red. Again,
Yeah,
both...
I assume Nunu is going to immediately then go Raptors and perhaps look to gank mid before Zoe even has her bubble.
Nunu is going past the Raptors. He's snowballing over to what appears to be either his Wolves or his blue.
But notice how Big Evil Phoenix invaded with the Camille. They know where the Nunu is as of now.
Yep, they have a deep ward right on the Wolves. That's actually really important because now we have vision on the pathing of Nunu. They can tell that
that's actually really smart by the Camille. It's a well played. I think they don't expect that either, so I think that gives them a little bit of information that TSM doesn't know about.
Lane states look mostly even. See, yeah, the Camille is drawing pressure on the top side.
She's already
is very potent against tanks, thanks to the true damage she gets on her Q.
Malphite can't really engage or walk up for CS at all. He's going to get shoved under tower.
Another thing with the Malphite pick is, at least early levels, he is extremely mana hungry. Oh, so he's missing a bit of the CS here. Oh, the wave does look like it might freeze against the Camille, though, if the Malphite only last hits now.
Yeah.
And we still have Nunu in the top side, so this could be a potential gank. Gragas is here.
I see it. Nunu's there as well to provide some cover, but
I think Gragas
they don't know where the Gragas. They don't know the Gragas is there, but they know the Nunu's in the area.
Yep. I think Gragas is here just prepping in case Nunu comes. Oh, they're about to meet. Shuttle is spawning top side. This might be a fight between the junglers. And Nunu backs off, has vision of Gragas now.
He's always moving to cover. Both mid laners are preparing to move.
Yeah. In this case, I believe Zoe has power of the wave. Oh, yep. They've seeded the top side scuttle over to, was it BEP, due to the fact that both top and mid had prio on their waves.
Yep. Bot lane, you can see the Ashe and the Jhin have been... The Jhin has shoved the Ashe into tower. There doesn't seem to be... It seems like that'll be the case until... for a little while at least. Jhin is very strong in the game with the force shot, as you said earlier.
Awesome. Looks like they're just checking to see if Nunu actually cleared all his topside camps. Nunu, of course, did, so he's on the bot side taking the Raptors currently, finishing that. And it looks like Ari might be getting ganked here. Nope.
Oh.
He's got away.
Yep.
Okay. I'm wondering if the charm is down there. Because,
and of course, the cheeky flash.
Charm Q, just to chunk the Gragas lid and hopefully pull him under tower. Nunu does get second scuttle now. Oh, unless it's contested.
Bot lane is in a position to rotate as well.
That's the flash from Gragas. Oh, and the smite steal by the Nunu. Yeah, Nunu's smite chomp is really strong for securing objectives.
Oh, there's a combat in the bot lane. Yeah, it doesn't appear. Ashe is out of mana, so they'll get some poke off, but bot lane will likely have to back after this. That'll give some early advantage to Jhin. Oh, no, they're staying.
Yep. I'd like to point out that Nunu is one level up on the Gragas because of that camp steal, and that might actually give him the edge to continue dictating the jungle pressure.
If you turn your attention to the top lane as well, Malphite was almost chunked out to about a quarter health. He's regened it now. Camille is winning the early trades against him.
Yep, Malphite is backing right here. I think this is actually a really good back because he's not in a position to lose too much, especially if he TPs to the wave. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Camille can like continue to
he's
kill his minions.
mhm. He's down roughly a wave against the Camille, which again, with her early pressure, that's not honestly not terrible.
It's kind of expected at this rate.
Hmm.
Okay, Malphite is choosing to hold on to the TP, so he'll be walking back to lane. He is going to lose a
Yep.
fair bit of farm and EXP, and I do think this does give the Camille a chance to reset and possibly blow the TP, if not come back with at least a better buy. Oh, looks like she's trying to freeze the wave against him. Drawing the wave.
Interesting. He'll be able to step up more aggressively with the Bramble Vest now, though.
Most definitely.
Yeah, before so both junglers have had a chance to back. Gragas actually opted for the Phoenix Codex buy, which is, I think, a better buy. It gives him a lot of early damage and ability pressure in lane. Nunu, I think, is going for the I'm going to farm up and not affect the match as much. So he upgraded his jungle item.
Oh, there's a top lane gank. The Camille is almost dead. Impressive.
Oh, that was close. Dang.
I actually was not able to catch the 1v1 that took place because I believe that Malphite was a level down and still did that to the Camille. Then
he
again,
was level 6, and Camille had to blow her ulti. She got down to about 5% HP at the end of the day. If Gragas hadn't been there, from a level down without an ulti, Malphite would have outplayed.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think that is due to the item differential between them.
No, it was.
Camille had not taken her back. Malphite had the Bramble Vest, which, as you said, helped greatly.
Yep. But now Camille is going to snowball the lane. She both has the farm and the CS advantage and was able to buy both boots and the Tiamat, plus a control ward. So she'll have the vision and the combat advantage for the upcoming.
Interestingly, she's soaking up a good amount of damage here. So I'm wondering if once Malphite hits 6, he could have the potential re-engage. It looks like he's waiting in the bushes here to see if it's safe to go up. We have ping from the
in the mid lane. Nunu attempted a gank. Not much went on.
Okay, Camille's just hit 7, and Malphite still has no 6.
He should be hitting 6. He is about 90% of the way there. He should be hitting 6 in the forthcoming wave. Bot side, impressed by Sam being able to keep up with the CS difference. She's had a lot of early pressure against her. It's well played.
Okay, looks like they're all taking backs. We have the first part of the Blade of the Ruined King coming in for the Ashe, the Bilgewater Cutlass. This should give her the damage and healing to sustain in the lane, as well as the extra slow combined with hers to make the lane that much more devastating for the Jhin.
Yeah, but Jhin was able to counter with a BF sword, which will give him the extra oomph that he needs for.
Here's what you said about the Camille Jhin ganking with the jungler. The Ahri realizes she's overextended, catches with a nice charm. Is the turnaround here? The Jhin snipe. Oh, it might be the kill. First blood goes over to the new the Ahri. And that's a TP in, and the Camille is dead. That's a double kill for the Ahri. Impressive. Okay, so that is TP off the Malphite. That is
have to pay respect.
Yes.
There's a Landicure re-engage root. Ulti by Jhin. Had to flash.
Oh, Jhin might get this, and Jhin gets the snipe. That is a kill for Jhin against the mid laner. It is off to
and that'll be a dragon as well for TSM. Ashe tried for the steal, but a little bit off timing.
Okay, so that is Dragon going over to them. They turned a successful team fight into a secondary pick on the Zoe, and then transitioned that to a Dragon. I think BEP's, or rather TSM here, is off to a resounding start.
Yeah, and interesting, I was, having looked at this before, I would have given the early game edge to Big Evil Phoenix. They've played resounding early games against it in their other matches, but it appears to be the opposite going on here. They're on the defensive, a little bit unsure of what's going on.
Obviously,
they
we
were not
can't
in coordination for that last fight. That was a nice turn by the Ahri in the last fight. She was able to both charm and then get into Jhin root.
Yep, that was really big on them. The coordination there is pretty impressive to see.
Yeah, it was good awareness by the Jhin and the Nautilus to begin rotating up.
Okay, as
I wonder where can they press their advantages then?
I'd like to point out that top lane is extremely ahead for BEP. So it is possible that despite the losses suffered in the team fight, Camille still has the... Camille's going in. It looks like she does have the opportunity to at least snowball her lead a little bit more. Yep.
Yeah, they'll have to
And
play for
Gragas
their
is coming into
advantages
the
there.
bank. There's the
Oh,
cast from Gragas.
there's the
There's
ulti.
the ult out of Malphite to match, so he doesn't have to blow his flash.
That's going to leave him somewhat vulnerable for a little while. He still has his flash, but he won't be able to step up as far. And if Camille takes a fight, that's a huge tool out of Malphite's pocket that he can't use.
Oh, we've got a fight in the bot
fight.
lane. Jhin almost kills the Ashe. There's the Ashe arrow used defensively. Jhin does not have his ultimate ready yet, so he's not going to be able to get towards the Ashe. Oh, there's a TP in from Camille. Camille is going in onto the Jhin, it looks like. Is unable to get it because of the Nautilus.
Zoe's
there
here as well.
The Jhin. Nautilus doing a lot to body block. There's the bubble, and it looks like Nautilus is going to go down too. Okay.
And there's the reply from Big Evil Phoenix. They were able to take advantage of lacking TP from the Malphite, and a good awareness by the Zoe to come down. And will they catch out this Ahri? Now, I think Ahri's leading in.
It looks like Malphite is attempting to even out the discrepancy in top lane. You know, he does not have his TP, cannot answer the fight, so the best he can do is hope to at least like catch up a little on CS. But Gragas is here to dissuade him from any potential tower plates.
And yeah, he was trying to go for that. He got it down on two or three hits, but he wasn't able to convert it into anything. And Camille's back in lane now.
After that, it looks like the gold lead has swung back in the favor of BEP, up by about 200 right now. I wasn't able to see what the numbers were before, but now they're no longer at the gold deficit from that.
It's about 1,000 gold before, and it was about 1,000 gold before. And if you see that in the last fight, Ashe blew her heal and flash, so some big tools out of her arsenal will be gone for a little while.
Yep, we see Ashe paying respects to the Jhin and the Nautilus right here, not stepping up to catch the wave, waiting for it to crash. We have Nunu coming in the top side. Not sure if the Camille has seen it. Oh, and she gets hit. Nunu decides to not take the trade, I'm guessing because Malphite was too far away for the engage, didn't have ult either. And everyone backs off. There's a control ward cleared by the Nunu, and he goes back to the jungle.
Yep. Again, bot lane is still shoved under tower. This will be more plating as time goes on for TSM, unless that Big Evil Phoenix can do something to break this.
Gragas is yanking in the bot lane. They have vision of him. I think they're going on. Nope, they're going for Jhin. Jhin dodges the bot. Oh, okay. He got ulted.
Looks like
that's
a
Ashe
dead Jhin.
Killed the Jhin with the Rom stun
And a dead Nautilus.
Nautilus is down. That's double. Should be a double kill for the Ashe. Yep,
that's a disaster for TSM.
Ooh.
Well played by Big Evil Phoenix. That'll mean bot lane will be actually in the lead.
On the top side, trading back and forth with Malphite. Looks like
to answer
over
that.
here.
Nunu is seeing if she can save the tower down here, but as of now, it means lots of plating for.
Herald has been dropped. I don't think the tower is going to fall because Herald only does 2,000 damage on headbutt. This should be 2 additional plates, however, for the side of BEP. And Nunu from TSM is down here to try and hopefully dissuade any.
Ahri is here as well, but she's spotted on the ward. Zoe is hovering, but I think returning to mid lane.
Yep.
There's more engaging on the top side. Camille is low. Oh,
Camille seems to be losing the fight. Camille might die right here. Oh, there's the flash from the
Camille. Flash solo kill. Well played.
Kill.
Well played. I didn't think he'd be able to do that.
Impressive. And itemization. Malphite does have his Bomby Cinder, so for every moment that Camille stays in combat, she is taking that plus the Bramble Vest procs. So I think that's actually a good way of dissuading the Camille from going into those 1v1s. And now the lead in the top lane is slowly going back to Malphite.
And with that, Camille Flash and Ultimate are down for the foreseeable future. The same goes for the Malphite Flash and Ultimate. But this will be a dragon headed over to the side of TSM.
Yes. Although both top laners did blow their ultimates and their flash, I feel like it is slightly more disadvantageous for the Malphite, simply because Camille can only lock down one target with her ultimate, whereas Malphite can, if played properly, get a group of targets with the same ultimate. So it is resources blown on the side of BEP that they don't have anymore to initiate those big team fights on multiple members of.
At the same time, the Camille is a relentless split pusher that in late game will be incredibly useful to dissuade those team fights. If you can put her so far behind that she can't do that, and at the same time allow the Malphite that freedom to engage in the team fight, it feels worth it to me as of now.
Most definitely. But at least in the early game, you would want the flash and the ultimate on Malphite.
Like I said, bot side, no vision. That's a stun.
That's another gank. And Nautilus is dead here. The Ashe gets another kill. The Jhin has been hit by the Gragas cast, but is dissuaded by the Nunu coming down. Jhin ultis. He's trying to hit the Braum, but is probably not going to be able to weave it in. Okay, and Braum tanks it up, no problem. Ari
Yeah.
is down here as well, following the roam from Zoe. Zoe's just clearing a ward. It looks like both
This
sides.
Gragas is proving devastating on the map. He's affecting it far more than the Nunu is. I'm a little disappointed that the Nunu hasn't been able to take advantage of was not able to take advantage of their early lane pressure and allow this Gragas to get fed to the point they can affect the map like this.
I'd like to, however, point to the fact the difference in runes. Nunu has phase rush for once he locks you down with his snowballs for staying on top of you. Gragas, however, has predator, meaning he's able to run around the map and get to the ganks faster than this Nunu does, despite the Nunu having to go. So I feel like that might be playing into the pressure that this Gragas has been able to output onto the rest of the map. And we have a roam from Zoe heading to the top lane.
Yep.
Not sure if Malphite has called out.
Also
caught out on a ward. Malphite is trapped in the Camille ultimate, however. Looks like he's just waiting. Okay.
Oh, missed the Zoe bubble. That won't be a kill. Gragas is also hovering in the area. Back to the Gragas' itemization as well. He also, at this point, is Oblivion Orb for the Magic Pen and double control wards compared to the Nunus only having a completed jungle item. In any fight, the Gragas is much more prepared.
Yep.
Oh, that's a Zoe ult. Oh.
Oh, Ari might be able to get the solo kill on Zoe here, and she does.
That is well played. That was a
Malphite
vision.
is getting ganked again here.
Yep.
Oh, does not look like Malphite goes in.
Try to trade 1 for 1. That was a bold play.
Critically against the Malphite to kill him right before you get the finishing blow on Camille. Gragas has kept his laner safe and is restoring pressure to the top side. I'm honestly impressed.
It's actually interesting that. I'm glad that the gold lead is still not insurmountable. It's only a 1.6k towards Beagle Phoenix. I am worried about the Ashe for the later team fights. She is going to be able to melt through the Nunu and the Malphite, especially with her Bork coming through. What do you think she'll build next for her to maximize that advantage?
I could honestly see a Runons for spreading it around multiple members. The Essence Reaver could come in for the mana. She could even go Infinity Edge if she's feeling gutsy to increase the damage on her arrows. As everyone knows, with a passive, it scales off crit chance, and then Infinity Edge gives a little buff to those crits as well. So I guess we're going to have to see. Either one is viable. She does have a dagger in inventory, so it could be building towards that next attack speed item in the Runons as her boots are also finished. Oh, Gragas is back down here.
They spotted him out. They're clearing vision. They're going to retreat under tower. They know they can't fight.
Ari's roaming down again. Oh, no. Looks like she's just roaming to give a little bit of pressure to them. They don't know where Ari is, so there's pings coming through.
Yep, and again, the tank Malphite, he had the option for damage early on, but I think the tank Malphite is honestly the smart play here. This is going to provide a ton of utility in team fights and let the Jhin do the damage along with the Ari. Speaking of which, the Ari is already on 2 items, which we have.
Camille's going in, it looks like.
As well.
I believe.
Yeah, but back to the Ari on 2 items. Zoe really can't do anything to fight her at this point. The amount of slows with Twin Shadows and Hextech that the Ari has, there's really not much anyone can do to counteract that.
Most definitely. Okay, we have the Rifttail started up by the side of TSM. Nunu and Malphite are working on that. It doesn't look like they've been spotted out, so there's going to be no contest for the Rifttail as of yet. Malphite is going back to lane to catch the wave. He's fighting Camille.
Yep, the Gragas is in the bot side. He was able to procure Scuttle, but apart from that, he won't be doing much contesting over the top side.
Okay, Nunu has taken the Rifttail, so I'm interested to see where it gets placed, because Malphite is already doing pretty well into the Camille. Yes, there is a slight CS deficit for the Malphite, but for the most part,
I'd like to see it drop mid lane, to be honest, to break that mid turret, although which would relieve a lot of pressure on the blue side and allow them to get further into the
Jhin has taken the turret. Doesn't look like they're going to fight over drag. Nunu could go in. Nope, Nunu does not go in. Okay. I think it would be a good idea to break the mid turret, have like Ari roaming, given she's so powerful right now. But at the same time, you could save it for another objective to try and distract your opponents from going on the objective. It could also be gone or go to top lane, because as we see, Malphite is very clearly winning these 1v1s, and that could help expedite the process and get Malphite out on the map, because you want him in these team fights.
And it looks like as of now, bot turret's about to be broken as well.
First turret went over to the side of TSM, second going over to the side of BEP.
They've traded turrets, slight gold advantage to the Jin. They dropped it, yeah. They
Yep,
dropped their
there it
kill
is.
mid, they'll break it here.
There, the Zoe is going down, I think. Yes, this is not going to be a solo kill, but the Nuni should have this here. And the Gragas is now
and the Gragas is also taken out.
And Gragas is down now.
And is this,
it critically gets the second charge onto the second turret. So that's a lot of damage they have.
Will this be a second turret?
Oh, Malphite is getting white flashes. Oh, and just barely doesn't get out. Camille manages the hook shot out of the turret so that she doesn't die there. And now advantage is back on the side of the Camille in the top wave.
And with that, they trade back a kill topside, although it looks like the entire team is headed to gank the Camille.
Yes. She is both low health and low mana here. I believe, yes, Nautilus is here now. I don't think that the Camille is going to be able to get here.
The only question is
here, and that should be a kill for either, kill for the Jin.
Yep, they give it to the Jin. They're trying to match the strengths of the Ashe as of now. Again, their damage is going to come from the Jin in these later team fights. The Ahri is providing mostly utility at this point. She has incredible amounts of damage, but the Jin is again
push the wave as 3 tower plates have fallen, so they might be able to get this before anybody gets there. Nope. Gragas has popped Predator. Braum is on his way. I think this would be dangerous to say, but it looks like they're staying.
The Ashe arrow came in.
There's the arrow, but it hits onto the Nautilus. They got the Gragas. Nautilus re-engages onto Braum. Ashe and Zoe are here. Ashe is slowing and currently triggering the Braum passive. Nautilus and Ahri are both stunned up. Ashe is on the Jin right now. Nunu is coming in with a snowball. It looks like they're about to disengage. Ashe got rooted. Jin with the snipe gets the Zoe.
As we said before, in the early team, if in team fights, TSM just has the better comp. They were down a man at the very beginning, and they continued to fight. And that just was the wrong idea overall. Nautilus did burn his flash, but apart from that, it was absolutely not worth it. Yep, and with that, the gold wing swings about 4K.
Gragas had the early advantage. He was getting...
can I turn you to bot side as of now? Malphite and Camille are fighting. That's the Camille ulti.
Camille ulti is right there. Can
Malphite going down, ultimate? Solo kill.
Malphite with the 1v1 outplay right there. The ultimate doing so much damage.
And again, this is tank Malphite. But... the Sunfire was able to, with his passive of burn, was able to do so much damage to the
Sunfire plus the Bramble is a deadly combo. Just for getting hit, you are doing so much damage back to the Camille because she is so reliant on those auto attacks. And it cuts down her healing between her Vampiric Scepter and her Conqueror and her healing on her W. You're cutting a lot of that, which takes away from the 1v1 power of the Camille.
Yep, and as you said, there's heavy sparring all across the map. I'm interested in the top lane, where's the fighting going on?
There's a fighting here. Red buff. Zoe is misses the bubble over the wall.
But the charm from Artemis as well, so no harm done. Both people back off, and the red buff will go to Phoenix.
I've given the red buff here.
I'm impressed by who is Yi in his performance this match. He's again first game with his team presumably, and he's synced into the comp as well, and is now matching the Camille split push.
He's in the push. It looks like he's going to try and 1v1 the Camille again when she pushes up.
And again,
it could be that, or he does have teleport. Nope, he's going to go for the 1v1 with the Camille. I thought it might have been.
His ultimate is down. Both ultimates are down, so I'm not sure much will be going on. And
now
again, top side
up as is Camille's now, so there could be another fight here.
Looks like he'll just back off and allow the Camille to retreat back into her jungle.
We have the bot lane having swapped to the top side, and the top lane swapped to the bot side now that turrets have fallen.
Ashe E out to just check vision. They can see it's clear, and so some red members are going into secure vision control. And you can see mid lane.
They've just been found. Jin cleanses to get out of the Braum stun, gets knocked up by Braum. Camille is now on the Jin, but Nautilus is keeping her off. There's the snowball from Nunu, and Camille is dead. Okay, Dragon is spawning in a few seconds. It looks like TSM has the clear to start this up. They're going to be able to get up to
this should be soul point for them, unless the Ashe can steal with her arrow, but it looks like she's not going for that at all. They're conceding. They'll have to fight around the next one.
Most definitely.
Because again, soul on them would be devastating at this point.
I do feel like TSM are favored here, because now they have the option to either give up a Drake for taking...
they're going straight for Baron.
Whoa, they are. Malphite looks to be drawing pressure on the bot side. He does have TP to join if a fight breaks out on the top side, so they're splitting and hopefully having BEP.
And if you see, they've set up a pair of triangle visions. So The only avenue that Beagle Phoenix has for approach is through that bot side.
There's the Ari's Twin Shadows, slowing and revealing where the members are.
Camille TP as well. It looks like
from-
it's a 5v4. Unless the Malphite comes in, they're backing off it right now.
Yep, they're getting out.
That's a Malphite TP as well.
There's the Malphite's TP, and Gragas is dead. It's now a 4v5 in the favor of TSM. Camille is caught out by the Glacial Augment, and Camille is dead as well. Double kill
that's
towards
poor
the
placing by the Camille. That's a Zoe sleep, but that'll do much. Unless there's a steal as of now, it doesn't look like that there's not much BEP can do.
It's going to have to be a very insane steal because Nunu does still have his Consume Smite, which is one of the best ways to take objectives in this game, aside from, you know, obviously a Cho'Gath Smite ult. There's a bubble
for the Nautilus. With jungle down, there's not much that. I just think BEP is not doing. Yeah, they won't be able to get much.
Yep.
And with this, the lead in gold and the game swings firmly into the hands of TSM.
It's currently a almost a 6K gold lead for the side of TSM.
And if you look where the gold's at, it's honestly they've been funneling those kills into the Jhin. Before this, he was 2-2-3 a couple minutes ago. Now he's 7-2-3. So with that, he's on 3 items as opposed to the Ashes 2 with the pickaxe. So in upcoming team fights with their damage, he'll be able to do quite a bit.
She's running 4-0 and 8, and she's got the Glacial Augment items coming through. She puts out a fair bit of damage, but also has good utility in these team fights, as we've seen, you know, revealing people with the Twin Shadows, slowing them with the Super Soaker, and then, you know, the Charm as well, doing so much to lock one person down.
Yep. And she'll also have her Death Cap coming in soon. So with that, she'll be able to mostly dominate the game. I'm not sure anyone can fight her 1v1 on the side of
honestly
BEP.
I mean, I think that their best bet would be the Camille, and I'm hesitant to say that even the Camille would be able to win that.
Yep, and at this point, like, even with the Malphite, if you take the Camille...
Might have vision of the Camille. She does have vision of the Camille.
She's going to back off. She might have to use her ultimate to get away.
Okay, there's the Twin
I'm amazed the entire team is backing away from one Ahri.
Yep, because they're unable to face check into the Ahri for fear of being locked down by the slows and the charm, and then having the rest of the team, you know, show up behind her because they don't have vision behind the Ahri. They don't know where the rest of the team is. Well, now they do as Malphite is proceeding to 1v1 the field.
And if you look, around in the same with that on that point, fight's going on.
There's a cast from Gragas. Nautilus is about to go down to the turret, but they get the return kill onto the Braum. The Ahri goes down to the Malphite. Okay.
And that's a 2-for-2 trade, but a tower towards blue side. That is a big shutdown, though.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that went to the Gragas. I'm worried that won't be enough, though.
And Gragas goes down. Malphite
Camille in.
Oh my god. Camille onto the Jhin. It looks like she might get slowed down here. Can't find the route onto the Jhin with her ultimate, so she has to go onto the Malphite instead. She might kill the Malphite here.
They turn.
Oh, she doesn't.
Nope.
The Nunu snowball for the disrupt, and Jhin kills the Zoe.
That was a misplay by Big Evil Phoenix. They had that kill. And with that, even when at a disadvantage, TSM seems to be finding the way to win those team fights.
Yeah, they definitely did not have the health advantage on the Malphite, and somehow he manages to get out of that.
What do you think attributed to them winning that team fight so handily, even though, I mean, they were able to come back from such a deficit?
We had Nunu and Malphite flanking from the rear, blew up the Ashe. Nautilus dies, they get the Gragas, they blew up the Ashe. She was no longer there. The Malphite is sufficiently ahead that even if he does get in a losing situation like that, he still has a good damage output. Nunu being stellar with these snowball interrupts. We've seen Nunu several times turn around in a fight and start a snowball simply to knock someone up to dissuade them from engaging on the rest of his team.
Yep. And if you look, they seem to be setting up around this dragon. I think it is soul points, so Evil Phoenix really has no choice but to fight, but at the same time, there is an 8K gold lead right now.
Yeah.
Any fight they take, especially 5v5, seems to be deadly, and Ocean Drake spawning in about 50 seconds.
I think at this point, it's going to come to Zoe Q's and Bubbles over the wall and Ashe poke. I don't think they win the all-in team fight, unless they find a miracle like jump on the back line.
And with this, they cannot smite, so it seems like this will be another dragon in favor.
Yep, it looks like them. Dragons. Oh, wait, a fight's starting up. The Braum is dead already. Oh, but they got a cast onto the Ahri and the Jhin. Oh my god, they catch the Jhin out. Oh, but they got the Camille. Okay, now they have all their tanks on the back line. Grom is down. Ashe is 1v1ing against the Nunu, but she is caught out here. The hook misses.
This
But
will be a
Jin's
slow. She
probably going
won't.
to kill her with the ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like
Yeah,
they're
she
just
won't.
scaring her.
He
Yep,
won't. But that's a hook death. Yep.
he will be
And
caught
with
out.
that, they trade. What 1 for 4? And it
Yes,
seems like
they're
we can push to
forcing
end
it.
at this point. Hmm.
Okay, now they
Yeah,
are using that to push in the waves. Ari in the bot side, was it Jin and Nunu are pushing up the mid wave, hopefully trying to crash it into the inhibitor towers now. We're about to break the base.
So, what do you think? What do you want to see from Big Evil Phoenix in Team 2 as we turn this over as we transition to Game 2 with our wonderful commentators, now and Henry? What do you want to see from Game 2 from these
I would
teams?
either like to see BEP match TSM's aggression by picking their own team fighting comp, or executing the split push comp, but not being baited into taking the early fights. I feel like they lost a couple of the early fights because they said, hey, let's match them for aggression, even though they didn't have the tools to do so.
Yeah, the Camille got that early kill, but was unable to take that into a snowbally lane. And again, the Ari was able to outplay early on with that with the charm onto the Gragas, which led to her getting 3 kills early on. So with that, they really have been snowballing it since then. And as you can see, there's a 9K gold lead at this point.
Ari is sitting here shadowing the bot lane. Oh, they caught out the Ashe. Ari gets the kill. Nope, it goes over to Jin again.
That happened so fast I barely even saw it. Yeah.
It looks like they were sitting in the bush, and Ashe pushed up too far without vision them.
I'm known to do that a lot. If my support is watching this, I would like to let her know I'm sorry. But
Okay,
no, yeah, with mid inhib broken and their ADC down for another 20 seconds, which is really their only source of damage at this point.
Oh, there's a bow up to Ari. I don't think anything's going to come of that. Nautilus can face tank that.
She's
the ultimate onto Ari. Ari gets out with her ultimate. Jin is locked up.
They're putting out so much damage.
Gragas is about to pop. Gragas Zonya's to stay alive.
Yep.
We have re-engaged by Malphite. We have the Jin getting a triple kill.
Quadra kill.
God, Jin getting a quadra kill. 4 is the perfect number. No penta.
GG to TSM.
That's got to be game day. They're pushing.
They're gonna dive the inhibitor.
There's the penta. Are they gonna do it? No. Oh my God, he gets really low. Nautilus is about to be chunked out. They're just gonna be content with turrets, and they're gonna take the rest of the base. Jin ultis just for the hell of it against the Ashe. Malphite walks into the fountain. And
the Nunu's going in. They're going for the penta.
They're going. Nope.
And they won't get it. But that is a good first game. GG's from all sides. And with that, we're signing off, and we'll turn this over to Henry and now for Game 2.
Yep.
That was a